He has sold over 50 million books around the world. His novels were translated into more than 50 languages. And now he's in Prague and he's my guest. Novelist Jo Nesbø is my guest. Welcome to DVTV.
Thank you so much.
What books are on your bedside table?
Oh, well, right now it's actually a couple of books about climbing. It's a book about the glam rock history of the 60s and 70s. So yeah, that's what I'm into right now.
Every year, hundreds of crime novels are published all around the world. How can you, as a reader, recognize the good ones from bad ones?
Well, I think that you can sort of tell from the first page. At least 9 out of 10 novels, I think you can be pretty sure after the first 5 pages. But for me, as for any reader, it's very difficult to like really pinpoint why is that. But I think in general, it's a feeling of being invited into somebody's living room, that they have language and an imagination and a story that you don't even have to like it. You just, if you find it original, I will, in most cases, I will find it intriguing and interesting, and it makes me curious. I think that's the sign of a good book, and it doesn't have to be, you know, can be any genre, can be chick lit for that case, you know, or a crime story, or a classic.
And how do you choose what to read?
Friends' recommendations, friends that I trust, and we share taste in music and movies and literature, reviews, and sometimes I mean I inherited my parents' book collection, which was a big collection, and I sometimes go, you know, try to find a treasure in that collection, and those will be often old, forgotten books from the 70s, of course, influenced by the you know, the taste and the political environment of that time.
We can easily determine you as a successful author. I mentioned the numbers in the beginning. Why do you think your books are so popular?
I really, I would lie if I say I don't have any idea, but in general, I don't know. And I sort of like to keep it that way, because it's easy when you have success that you try unconsciously to replicate what you've already done. And I try to move on. I try to write stuff that I think will interest a few friends of mine. I had like 2 friends who were my first 2 imagined readers, and I still keep it that way. I'm still trying to impress those 2 guys. They are very tough to impress. And recently, one of them said that he thought my last novel was okay, and then I had the feeling that I really succeeded.
Okay. So are they important to you? Are they your first readers?
No, they haven't even read all my books. And they don't know that I'm sort of writing for them. But and I guess by now I'm not. But those are the 2 critical readers that I sort of have in mind. I think that when you're writing, if you try to imagine that you're, you know, talking to readers in, you know, more than 100 countries, you'll probably go crazy. So you have to keep it simple. And I think the interesting thing is that when you're sitting in a room in Oslo and you're writing about your own city, it's hard to imagine that this is going to communicate globally. But I think the lesson I've learned, and many writers have learned, is that the more locally you write, the more globally you communicate. I think it's the same when you asked me the first question, what books do you like? If you have the feeling that you're invited into somebody's living room, it makes me curious, it makes me interested. And I think it's the same thing for me. As long as I don't try to to sort of find out where the readers are and accommodate my literature to their taste or what I would think they would like. I think it's better to go the other way around, to show them what I like, what I find interesting, and hopefully somebody will be interested.